Howdy folks, this is Tiffany with Park Wall Space. It's good to see y'all. A lot's going on in the world this week, and tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. And so especially in the wake of a lot of the social justice work that people have done in the last 6 months, a lot of folks are thinking about how they can navigate this, both celebrating and honoring Dr. Martin Luther King, as well as taking time to watch the inauguration. And so for folks like me who are self-employed, taking both days off might be kind of tricky. So I wanted to offer an alternative to that. So one way that I'm going to be navigating that and trying to do so with intention is to donate to some of the BIPOC and specifically organizations that are focused on empowering Black voices that I support. And so there is a whole dynamic about talking about this on the media and the attention that it gets you, so know that I'm not coming at it from that space. I'm coming at it from wanting to educate you guys around some of the organizations that are out there, at least locally in the Austin area. So 6 of the organizations that I'm going to be supporting are Measure. Measure works to quantify data and helps to get good statistical data about issues that are related to the Black community in Austin, in Texas, and in the country. So they really gather good information around police violence, around health disparities, and they're based here in Austin. So they do great work. Another organization that is local to Austin is Black Mamas ATX. They work on closing the gap with some of the maternal health disparities in Central Texas. And so they really work on helping to educate Black mothers and providing support to them and in their communities. I love that organization. Another one that is local that focuses a lot on social justice in the Austin area is Austin Justice Coalition, and they do amazing work. They've done a lot of work around a lot of the concerns with APD and how Austin Police Department shows up for communities of color and often doesn't show up for those communities. And so they have helped to really keep the conversation going and also help to organize a lot of the peaceful protests that have happened in the last year in the Austin area. Another organization that is not local, but is based in Houston is the Melanin Yoga Project, and they really work to create safer spaces in the yoga community for people of color. And I'm from Houston, so having a studio like that in H-Town is huge for me, and so being able to support them is really important. And particularly as a yoga teacher, being able to show up in that way and support both students of color and teachers of color to be able to show up and be in these spaces and to create more equity and parity in these spaces. Another one that is local-ish is the Black Trans Advocacy Coalition, which has really helped, especially during COVID, to provide funding and grants for individuals who are Black and trans and who are trying to navigate COVID because of some of the disparities around housing and employment, particularly for the trans community and for those who are people of color in the trans community. So the last organization is also one that I've supported for a while, and this one is the Loveland Foundation, and they help connect Black women and girls with therapists who are either people of color or who are allies in safe spaces, and they make sure to pay those folks for their work. So those are some of the ways you can show up, give your money and to support these organizations. And I'll be showing up tomorrow with a couple of reading recommendations if making financial donations